Il est intercepté par la police. Et c'est parti pour un marathon chaotique de 28 km. La relayeuse suivante, une athlète handicapée, tente désespérément de protéger sa flamme, laissée à son sort par des policiers débordés. Notre caméraman est alors frappé par des CRS.
On s'en fout!
Violemment touché à l'épaule et à la tête, il a perdu connaissance et a été transporté à l'hôpital. Une enquête administrative a été ouverte. Quelques mètres plus loin, les policiers tentent de soigner un autre militant. Après les échauffourées, un peu de compassion pour ces policiers qui semblent ne pas savoir comment réagir.
Chaud de Pékin, chaud de Hollande!
Oh, ça résonne bien ici.
Militants enchaînés, manifestants allongés sur la chaussée. La flamme et son rempart de sécurité accumulent embûches et retards.
Remontez sur le trottoir.
Religious freedom! Religious freedom! Religious freedom!
The Dalai Lama himself is the sole initiator and maintainer of the prevalent discrimination, persecution and intolerance in Tibetan society. No one else.
And this letter was sent by recorded delivery, it was sent by email, it was sent by fax to the Dalai Lama and to every member of the Tibetan exile government. Not one person even acknowledged receipt of this. So nobody's listening, I'm sorry. So that's why we're now with one voice, we're letting the journalists throughout the world know, so that individuals in every society, in every country, knows, yes, beautiful words are being spoken and yes, a beautiful smile is being given, but the reality is, this is not the truth. If the Dalai Lama is serious about resolving this situation, ask him to have an audience with our representatives. We only have this request.
Yes. No.
Why it cannot be passed?
No.
Why he cannot accept to talk in open dialogue?
Oh, yes.
That's all we want.
That's true, yeah. There's no ban on the... And I was trying to tell them. So there's a lot of misunderstanding on that.
Stanley, can we just have this for the record? There's absolutely no misunderstanding. There's a ban, there's discrimination, there's hypocrisy, and we request the world media, please investigate. Look yourself. It's there, it's evident. We're here because we want the Dalai Lama to stop hiding behind hypocrisy and to step out and give religious freedom to innocent people.
The place where he arrived in the car and got out and went into the building.
According to the United Nations resolutions of 1947, the recognition of Israel as a state was based on allowing Palestinians to have a Palestinian state in the same land on 45%. We accepted in '88 as a people a compromise, which gives us only 23%, half of what we should have had. This is a great sacrifice. It's a great concession. We accepted that compromise because we want to end this conflict. Now to come in and say we will give you 11% of fragmented territories is nothing but compromising the compromise. And what I'm trying to say to people is that we've crossed that point. You cannot compromise a compromise, either two-state solution according to 67 borders, even if you don't like it. We also maybe don't like it, but this is a realistic compromise we have to accept. Or we will have to deal with one situation, which is one-state solution. One thing I am sure of, as a Palestinian, who wants peace, who struggled for peace, who negotiated for peace, but at the same time I'm sure of one thing: we, the Palestinians, are resilient people. We will never accept to live as slaves of occupation or apartheid, even if it takes 100 years. There is another thing that all Israeli leaders who are in power or close to power do and hide at the same time. It's representing a wrong narrative about the reality and practically working against a solution. A narrative like we left Gaza but they followed us with missiles. They never left Gaza. Gaza is still under occupation. You cannot say that they left Gaza while they are blocking the passage between Gaza and Egypt. What do they have to do with these borders? They're blocking the supplies to Gaza from every direction. They're not allowing even fishermen to go inside the sea and fish. They have their planes fly over Gaza around the clock and scan every meter there with missiles in these planes that can shoot anybody. Gaza is still under occupation. That's a myth they have spread. Like the myth they have said about Camp David Accords. I was a critique of Arafat. We were the ones who criticized him so much about so many things. But I must say that it is not true, the story that is prevailing here in Washington, that Palestinians rejected Camp David in 2000 and this way they killed an opportunity. There was no real offer for two-state solution. Barak misled the world about what happened at Camp David. The reality is that there is an overwhelming domination of the Israeli narrative in the media, whether in Europe or in the United States, everywhere. We need to communicate better. We need to do more legwork better. We need to be present better. We need to unify our efforts together more. And I am very hopeful about the younger generation. I spend most of my time with younger people. Anyhow, the Palestinians are a young people. We have 80% of the people are below the age of 33. So I hope that with more younger people who understand the world, who understand how to talk to the world, we will have better way. But this is a message to the press, I want to tell you. It's not fair the way things are with the Palestinians. And I don't want them to take our side, but I want them to be fair when reporting. It is totally unacceptable that if something happens to an Israeli, it will be all over the press. But if something happens to 100 Palestinians, nothing will be heard about. That's not fair. The key point to honesty and fairness is to accept one simple fact, which in my opinion will represent the base of a Palestinian-Israeli solution. And that element is we're all equal human beings and we are entitled to equal rights and equal duties.